Hello and welcome to Irondice Mode's initial test run. I don't even know if I want to call this episode 1 or whatever. We'll see if there even will be more episodes of this, but it's an experiment.
It's like episode 0 because we might just get stuck in character creation anyways.
Yeah, maybe we just get stuck in character creation and don't end up playing the character too much. Maybe we play like an hour or two of the character and we mostly do some initial, footsies of the setting and stuff. But this is Irondice Mode. I will quickly summarize what this intended idea of this quote-unquote campaign will be like. This is my little dream child of exploring, first of all, 2nd edition, and second of all, single-player D&D. Where single-player D&D has a lot of interesting things about it. It's very inspired by Dicing with Death, a single-player D&D show that's been running for the better half of 10 years. And I like the idea of that when you play with a single player, you can really dig down into character psychology a lot. You can really dig down into some themes that are less fun to do with more players, such as evil campaigns, for example, are easier to do with just a single player. If you want to go and murder some children, we can do that. Poggers. I know that's what you really want to do, so it's great.
Yeah, I just have this urge to just murder, and especially like the younger the better.
Especially the younger the better.
Don't take it out of context.
Yeah, this is just me quickly siphoning away whatever of our audience that doesn't exist doesn't have to watch this because they can't handle the jokes that I make about murdering children. Because that truly is the core of my personal comedy philosophy. Anyway, I'm Whatta, and I will be the Dungeon Master for this experiment for as long as we both want me to be. And that's probably going to be for most of it, because I like Dungeon Mastering a lot, and I'm the guy who's trying to force us to play 2nd edition. And who are you?
I am Destinum. I am the lab rat for whatever this guy's got cooking.
True. You are Mr. Player. So what is Irondice Mode going to be like? Well, there's one hard rule. If we die, we roll a new character. It's that simple. We're playing 2nd edition D&D with some alterations. We're using most of skills and... not skills, but we're using most of spells and magic and combat and tactics, though we're using it a little loosely. More so we're using the ideas from combat and tactics, more so than the hardcore different combat system that a book introduces. More so the functions that you can use within that. We're just going to hard slot back into normal 2nd edition. And then we're using spells and magic because otherwise spellcasters are a little bit undercooked in 2nd edition. The idea is to also, with Irondice Mode, it's a little bit of hardcore gaming. If we end up playing a character for an hour and they die, that's like by design, okay? That is how it's supposed to function. It is an open world sandbox kind of campaign where I have a setting. It's called Besander. We're going to be exploring that place. It takes place in the greater world of Gamina Ray, but a lot of it is going to be driven by Mr. Destinum here and his desires of what you want to do in the world. So it's less about, sometimes I'll have a campaign cooking where like, okay, this is your quest, but a lot of the time you think of a character and you go, okay, what does this character want to do? And it is my job to facilitate gameplay out of that, and we'll see how well we manage to handle that and how well that goes. Without further ado,
Also, without further ado, a warning since this guy's been complaining about it. My mic quality is a bit reduced because I have a fan blasting in my face. I will not turn it off. I will die if I do.
Yeah, it is mostly fine. It's just a little bit occasionally we hear the wind. That's it. Anyway, the idea is also to mostly, unless we have a strong desire to do otherwise for some character, the standard is going to be that we roll 3d6 down the line. And we see what we get. And that's, it's Irondice Mode. It's part of what we do here. It's hardcore. So, well then. We have some test rolls that have been rolled, but otherwise, the dice log is empty.
Yeah, it's just 3d6, right?
Yeah, it is 3d6 and it is 7 stats.
Yeah, and we just get into that, I guess. Start with that. All right, first roll. Ooh, that's pretty decent.
A 12 is not bad for 2nd edition.
Yeah. second roll.
Okay, we got 12 strength.
Alright,
11
again.
Dex.
Right.
Fine, fine.
Third roll. I'm throwing pretty mid stats in general, but like acceptable.
Mm-hmm.
Fourth, on the lower side. Fifth roll.
11 on
6th
11
roll.
int was 8.
And 7th roll. I'm just gonna bring up the log and write that down. 11. So okay, where's the button for the whole log?
11. Okay. We should have your stats up now. We have.
Wait, where's the?
strength.
Oh, there it is. Okay, yeah. All right, let's see here.
It is 12 strength.
So essentially, pretty middling stats all around, but nothing bad, nothing that bad.
Yeah, you are an average motherfucker.
So 12 strength, 11 dex, 11 con, 8 int.
Yep. True to life.
9 whist, 10 charisma, and 11 perception.
Perfect.
Alright.
Great. Punch those into the... Well, now you gotta first pick class, I guess. That's the next step.
Yeah, I'll put them on the sheet. Or actually, I guess on the sheet, this might depend on other things. But yeah.
Character creation will be slow because Destinum is very new to 2nd edition, and I am mostly new to 2nd edition. So
yes, we have played one test session before,
and
in person.
I played one more session before that, so this is my 3rd 2nd edition session. But I've watched thousands of 2nd edition sessions, so hopefully something has stuck with me.
Now let's see here. The classes.
Yes.
We have.
We got 4 of them.
How do I get to the page easily?
We don't have the stats to do anything better than the classic 4. We got the fighter, we got the rogue, or the thief in this case. We got the mage, and we got the cleric.
Yeah. Okay, so off the bat, I don't think I can be a mage, right? No, I only have 8 int. I cannot be a mage.
That is the only thing you were hard locked out of, though.
Yes. I can just barely be a cleric, but...
You will be the worst cleric possible.
Yeah, I feel like this is a fighter.
This is probably a
in
fighter.
General.
Yeah.
I have okay strength, I have okay con. Yeah, in general, this feels like a fighter.
This feels like a fighter. I think so, too.
Yeah. So let's go with that. Let's go with fighter.
Go with a fighter. Excellent. Well then, do you have any funky ideas for race?
Let's see. What do the races do again? They are. Race.
Whoops.
26. Racial ability requirement. In the list in the handbook where it says like racial ability requirements, it says there's one number and then there's slash another number. The slash is their maximum, right? I would assume.
One number and then slash the other number?
Yeah, for strength dwarf is 8/18.
Let me have a look, see that. Doopa-doopa-doo. Dwarf, you say.
Yeah, it's on page 26.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess mostly 18, there's some 17s here and there, so I assume that's the maximum. What they mean.
For some reason I'm not seeing it. 26. 26 is the front page of the chapter.
Well, okay, but the next one then.
Oh, there,
27.
yeah. Okay, no, yeah, that is lowest and highest. So the 8 is the lowest you can have in strength, and 18 is the highest you can have in strength.
Yeah, so it's the maximum.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And you're saying elves are banned, right, in your setting, anyways.
Yes,
so that's not an option.
You're fine playing half elves. Elves, of course, exist in my settings. They're just not player characters.
Yeah. So otherwise, it's just dwarf, gnome, half elf, halfling, human.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
You're able to play most of them.
Yeah, I think so. It's like
if you're interested in it.
I'm not sure I am though. I might just go with a human, to be honest. Yeah. It's like
it's character you know, one, right?
Yeah, and for you in general, for me, like these races, they all just kind of like when it's just human with slightly different shaped ears or different height, it kind of feels whatever to me. Might as well just play human.
I have written I've made something of these races for sure.
Yeah, I know.
Out of them, but absolutely.
Yeah, I know you've made. Other
I am aware that you are on the spectrum where like you either play human or you play like super fire fairy from the 5th dimension with tentacle octopus arms. That's your.
Yeah, more or less, I guess.
Yeah, something like that.
It's a bit exaggerated, but yeah, more or less.
Yeah. So we start out Irondice mode with a human fighter. You know, I'm feeling like I'm in the 80s already. It's perfect.
Yeah, it is. It is the stock character.
It's beautiful. So what is the stock character's name?
I don't know. Right now, I filled in some things in the sheet, but I'm not sure if I want to go with these values for the actual character.
We'll figure it out. You know, let's go with filling out the rest of your stats, right? So bring up the auto statter and punch in fighter level 1 and your main stats.
Yeah, I've done that. Submit query.
Okay. You should get all the things you need to fill in.
Yeah, and we are starting level 1, I assume.
Yes,
right?
yes, exactly.
Yeah, okay, so I'll just fill in all the stuff, I guess.
Perfect.
0, 0, wait allowed, 45, max press, 140, open doors, 7. Wait, what is open doors again?
Open doors is a check to open locked doors. Normal doors you can open just fine. You don't need to roll to open every door in second edition.
Like 7, is that like a modifier or is it a weight value?
It's roll under.
Okay. Missile attack adjustment 0.
Roll over. That's one of those things I'm still learning.
Yeah. So basically, most of my things are gonna be default value, if not everything.
Yeah. Most things are pretty default because you're a very default character.
My stats are like extremely mid.
Yeah, this is the perfect character to figure out second edition with.
Yeah.
Like this is the typical experience. So let's go to attribute scores.
It would have been fun to play as Battlecaster, but I guess for the sake of actually getting to play the game today, it was probably for the best that I didn't end up as one.
That's pretty fine. I will say that since our little IRL beta test, I have revised the level 1 spells rules that I found to better ones that I found, which allow for more spells and not be locked in with just chill touch for level 1, which you ended up with.
There's a spell immunity thing on wisdom or willpower, I guess.
Yeah. You won't come up into that because spell immunity on wisdom only ticks in like from wisdom 19 and onwards. Before that, it's just nothing. If you have 19 wisdom or better, then you get spell immunity to certain kinds of spells.
I mean it's not even on the sheet. That's what I meant.
Then don't put it on the sheet if it's not on the sheet. You won't need it. It's basically not for characters.
It's just not.
It's mostly for like NPCs and monsters that have high wisdom.
Yeah.
Or, like, players with insane magic items.
Okay. I filled in the basic stuff now.
Right, cool.
What is this stuff? PPD, RSW.
Yeah. So those are your saving throws. So we can figure those out as well. PPD is poison.
Paralysis poison depth. Okay, yeah.
Yes, exactly.
14 for PPD.
Yes, and this is roll above.
Rod staff wands is 16.
Yeah, open doors is roll
Yes,
under.
but high value is bad. Right, yeah.
High value is bad for saving throws. High value is good for open doors.
Yeah.
Because, you know, it's the 80s and numbers don't have meaning.
Yeah. Okay, saving throws. The AC base. Base 45 AC? What does that mean?
I'm not sure. That shouldn't be accurate. Where are you reading that?
It says like base, light, medium. Or wait, no.
Oh,
No,
those
I
are
think
your encumbrance levels.
Encumbrance. Yeah, encumbrance, okay.
Yeah. It's just that encumbrance affects AC.
I saw base. Just the first base I saw was on the AC, so I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I get you.
45, 69, nice.
Nice.
93. 17 and 140. There, and then there's a bunch of strength hit them weight being tables. I don't think those are relevant, right? No, those are
everything that's below the main
no,
thing of the other side
no,
you
those
don't need
are
to use.
yeah, that's just all the values possible.
Yeah. So somewhere on your character sheet where you feel like you have like freedom to write, just write down that you have 4 weapon proficiencies and 3 non-weapon proficiencies, so you know how many slots you have.
I mean, do I have to? That's just for writing it down for now, right?
Yeah, just writing it down for now, so that you can remember how many slots you have, because I just looked it up for you.
Where are you getting that info from?
It's just per stat. It's just per class. Warriors start with that.
Okay.
So warrior, so.
Four weapon, 3 normal.
4 weapon, 3 non-weapon, and let's see, you have 8 intelligence. So your languages is 1, so you get 1 extra non-weapon, so you have 4 of each.
Okay. Wait, one extra. You mean 1 extra for language specifically, or
no? So you remember? So the way it works is that you have this thing called maximum number of languages, which is the maximum amount of languages you can know.
Yeah.
Now the way that it also works is that for each language you can know, you can also learn 1 extra skill. If you want to, you can spend that skill to actually learn another language, but you don't have to. Just because you could know one language, it doesn't mean you have to. You could instead learn herbalism instead of filling out all your languages that you know. Now, common doesn't count into this, so with your 1 language, you could learn a 2nd language, or you could learn an extra skill, which is to be recommended for your character, I think.
Yeah, I think a common will have to be enough.
Yeah, so you have 4 of each then.
Yeah.
Okay. And you'll gain non-weapon proficiencies and weapon proficiencies both every 3rd level. Every level divisible by 3.
Yeah.
You'll gain another 1 of each.
So question, where in the world are we gonna be?
Right. It's a little bit open. We can be anywhere in the non-hidden parts of this map. Is it still loading for you?
Nah, it's loaded now.
It's loaded? Okay, great.
Yeah.
There we go. Now it's loaded for the viewers as well.
You hit like the entire map.
Yeah, I've hidden a lot of the map. This little area, just zoom in so that you're mostly just seeing this little zone.
Yeah, I see. Okay, I see you've added some names.
Yes. You know why we're playing in this area of the map? Because this is the area I have named.
Good job.
Yes, I am so good at doing my job.
All right.
So we got 3 little countries here. Now, you played the beta test, you played around, walking around a bit in Pali. Pali is a mercantile, more classic European type setting, where you have a lot of things are happening because of the lack of trading ability. Like, this place is very isolated and cut off, because Germod is not a friendly place. You can't really travel through Germod very easily. And south of the whole thing, all the way down there, you have a bunch of sea monsters, making it pretty much impossible to sail south of this southernmost point here off of Germod. So really, people come in this neck area between what says Column and Oris, and you gotta transport over land and then take boats from one side and transport back to the other side if you get any trade at all. Or you head north, and there's just not a lot of stuff north. Like, there's some coastal towns up there. There's Ponti, there's Ursiu, but they're kind of small places. They're not great, and also Pali doesn't have its biggest places like on the north end, so you gotta go all the way around there. It's just not a good situation. So Pali is very cut off, and because of that, quite poor. And that is the main distinguishing feature of Pali. Then you got Germod, and we're not gonna play in Germod. Germod is here for other purposes.
Germod is elf country, right?
Yes, this is elf country. My elves are extremely matriarchal in the way that they function. So you have the elf women, almost no one has met them. They basically live deep in the forest and such. But elf men, who are more of the outskirts of society, they journey around sometimes, so you might see one or two. Which is why pretty much all half-elves have elven fathers, not elven mothers. Especially the half-elves who you would encounter living in human society. That is the setup there. And then you got Chaldeus, which is the big country here. Now, to the north, Chaldeus has one of its rivals, a big desert country that is yet unnamed. And to the west, Chaldeus has the other one of his countries, which is the biggest country on this map, which is just across the water to the west, behind this black fog. And so Chaldeus is very much defined by being, like, suppressed by these two places, but still strong enough to sustain itself, you know? You have a very traditional D&D type setting here, where most things you can expect in a setting, you can expect in Chaldeus. It is controlled from Cagium, the capital.
Pali was part of some larger nation, right?
Yeah, that is Chaldeus. Pali is technically under the rule of Chaldeus, but it is isolated enough to functionally be independent.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm thinking I already checked out Pali a little bit in the test thing. So I'm thinking we go Chaldeus this time around.
Okay, so we got lots of different regions in Chaldeus, but there's two main separate things, right? You have the forests of the south and you have the plains of the north. So in the north, you have these big open plains with quite a lot of dangerous stuff on them. There's some giants walking around there. There's some, they're plains because stuff is walking down the vegetation, right? That is the main thing that's happening here. It is both more developed and less developed, where, like, you have the capital here and you have some big towns here. You also have this little coastal region to the west that is very much like its own little thing. But, like, in between this, there's pretty much nothing.
So one thing, where's, like, the border between Germod and Chaldeus?
It is right south of Ryad, directly south of Ryad, where this is the first.
Yeah, okay, so Ryad is human settlement.
Yes, Ryad is, like, the human settlement that is, like, on the edge of the elven forest, and the elves, like, show up there sometimes to, like, be mean, and then they go back to their own place. Ryad is very much the border town.
Yeah.
And also Column and Oris are Chaldeus cities down here, all the way south.
Yeah, because I was thinking, right, how much, like, conflict is there between Germod and Chaldeus?
Not a lot of conflict. Mostly a lot of passive aggressiveness, where, like, Chaldeus finds it really annoying that Germod says you can't travel through our forest. Because Chaldeus would really benefit from having those trade routes open. Whereas Germod is like, we live here, you're annoying, go away. Also, the Germod is quite annoyed about the fact that, like, way back in the day, which the elves care about a whole bunch and the humans have no fucking idea about, all of this was elven land, right? But now they've been, like, minusculed and they've been pressed back as humans control more and more of the world, which is generally the story of Gamina Ray at large. And so you have this big Germod forest here is, like, the only elven settlement on this entire continent that we're on.
Because I was thinking, right, if maybe I could be like a character that lives in a border town and is kind of like a bit of a like not like an actual ranger, but like a bit of a like person that like keeps watch for elf attacks or whatever to call it.
That is great. So we're gonna be in Riot then.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
Okay.
Because Riot, what is Riot like? Is it like?
Yeah. So Riot is a curious place. Riot is a town which is very much set up for two purposes. One of them is controlling this little waterway that heads in towards Robur. Which is like, you have a lot of like port control here. Oh, you didn't play in that in our in Means of Magic. There's a structure in Riot that goes out over the water, where like half the town is on land, and half the town is like a Pacific town in third generation Pokemon, you know?
Yeah.
There's a lot of just like planks that go out into the water and float, and there's a lot of floating buildings here and there. So that they try, and the reason they do this is to make it as difficult as possible for ships to pass through here without being spotted and stopped and taxed and such. Especially if they're coming from the big Western nation. The Western nation is massively powerful. They have so much stuff. They dwarf Chaldeus in a lot of ways, especially their capital. Their capital is like bigger than half of Chaldeus towns and cities all put together. So it's a really, really big place to the west.
Population-wise, I assume.
Yeah, population-wise, and also they're very centralized, which makes them very powerful. Whereas Chaldeus is more spread out, more rural. Chaldeus is very much like, if you're a local lord in Chaldeus, that means a lot. You have a lot of powers. If you are a local lord to the west, that's like, okay, you're a middle manager, but like, who cares?
Okay, so is Riot kind of like a very like sea dependent town?
It's sea dependent in that it has a function on the sea and it is very important, but it's also a very bureaucratic town because of being a border both with Gurmod and being like the entryway from the west. Because the Westerners pretty much enter in two places. They enter in Robur and they enter in Roopsford to the north on the high coast there. So when the Westerners come in, they often pass through Riot. So there's a lot of ship control and bureaucrats here, and those people need protection, which means that there's a big sellsword industry here as well, where people need to be bodyguards and so forth work here. A lot of freelance work for that kind of stuff. So it's a pretty functional beginner town, absolutely, for a fighter.
Yeah, I feel like it sounds pretty solid as a starter town.
Yeah.
Because I feel like how is like in terms of like culture, do they have like a very like seafaring kind of culture, or are they more like a land type of people?
They're more a land type of people. If you were going for the seafaring kind of cultures, you would head south or you would head north.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I'm not really going for that. I'm mostly just asking.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. So Riot is very much a bureaucratic town. That's the main thing I'm trying to get across. There's a lot of people who do paperwork here. There is a bit of a paper making industry here because of the woods around here have a lot of trees that are good for it. And they need it, so why not make it here? And again, living out on the bridges, there's a lot of people who do like dock work, but not a lot of people who do sailor work, you know? Because they do dock work for other people's boats. Not a lot of people here have boats, but a lot of people here work with boats.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, of course, there's a lot of, border control duty. Walking this forest line that goes here is very relevant, like controlling this place. Because past that point on this tree line, that's where the elves are. There is also a quite substantial amount of half-elves in Riot, which Riot's leadership is not particularly happy about, but, it is what it is.
Yeah, I feel like I would wanna like be. I feel like my character would make sense to be, like I said, like some kind of like border guard, forest ranger type of person. Again, not an actual ranger in terms of gameplay, but
because rangers are basically like mini paladins in second edition.
Something like that. And I feel like how are they like? Because I feel like something like a bit of an elf phobia feels a bit relevant. Like, how is that like a common thing in the city?
So
I don't know.
when you have border towns, usually they come in one of two ways. Either they are way more accepting of the people on the other side of the border than the rest of the country, because they have a lot of exposure, or they are way more hostile to people on the side of the border because they have more exposure. And Riot has definitely turned in the latter way, where Riot is very much in the opinion that the country is not taking the elves seriously, and only we in Riot know how annoying they are. And why are they annoying? Well, they're annoying because they keep, like, stopping a lot of beneficial routes that we want to go. People from Riot can see way more clearly the benefits of being able to just walk through this forest down to Pali, of being able to just freely do whatever they want, and being able to, like, deforest this whole area here. They want to use it. Currently, they only have access to this place for the paper-making purposes. They want all the resources over here, and the elves are saying a fat no. Also, elves are fucking scary. Like, every elf you meet is like a 15th level wizard. Like, it's crazy. Like, they've lived forever, and they do so much stuff. Like, elves are powerful people, and, like, we can't just have those people be around. It's like a forest full of nuclear bombs. Like, what are we gonna do with that?
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking that too, like, it kind of like... Because I was thinking, like, elves feel kind of like boogeyman-y in a way.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's my character having that kind of attitude. I feel like something like that feels like a decent basis.
Which is why you have this dichotomy between the fact that Riot is definitely very anti-elf in a lot of ways, because they see more of the problem. But then, because they also are closer to it, some people end up seeing more of the good. And so we have a lot of half-elves here. Because there's a lot of elven dudes who come to Riot to, you know... Female elf reproductive cycles are long. Very long. And so the men want to, you know, shake it off sometimes, and they come to Riot quite a bit of the time.
Yeah.
And, you know, they don't really get messed with, because who's going to mess with an elf? He might just kill you. Like, elves are scary. They're not even people. Like, yeah. I'm very much selling to you the idea of how elves are understood from Riot's perspective. Of course, the true image might be somewhat different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So we got a guy who is a forester around here. A hunter, a known man, a guide.
Yeah, I guess a bit. I was thinking more like, you know, kind of like a forest or like a border guard in terms of like profession. But I mean, probably I assume you maybe don't do that full time. So depends.
I mean, you could be something like a master of deer, which is a real position in ancient time, where some people in the village were they were given the duty to know where animals are. So that if they moved, they could let people know. If there was a new wolf tribe, you could let people know. And so you have a lot of information about the area. And, you know, knowledge about elves getting closer is probably a big part of that job in Riot.
Yeah, I feel like that sounds decent.
Master
Solid.
of Deer. Excellent. Your job will then also be a lot about... It will include some light police work against poachers.
Yeah, sounds reasonable.
Sounds reasonable, great. Okay. Well then, what proficiencies do you need? What, do you want to start with weapons, or do you want to start with non-weapons?
I guess let's start with... we can start with non-weapons, actually.
Okay, so as a Master of Deer of Riot, what non-weapon proficiencies do you need? You could look at the list, or you could just start talking about what you think you need to be good at, and we can figure it out together.
I'm thinking... I want to have the list up first, at least.
Yeah. The list is
well, first of all, obviously...
easily findable in the player's handbook.
Yeah, let's see here. Proficiencies.
Chapter 5.
Yeah. So obviously I would need some kind of tracking skills.
Yes. In Warrior, we have survive. We have a tracking skill in Warrior. So let's read the description of that one.
Yeah.
Tracking. Oh, that's a long description. Characters with tracking proficiency are able to follow the trail of creatures and characters across most types of terrain. Great. Characters who are not rangers roll a proficiency check with a -6 penalty to their ability scores. Rangers have no penalty on their ability scores. In addition, other modifiers are also applied to the attempt. According to table 39. Yeah, we can figure it out later. Actually, there's a whole bunch of modifiers for type of ground, type of terrain. If you're following 2 creatures in a group, every 12 hours since the trail was made is another -1. Okay, there's a lot of stuff there. For tracking to succeed, a character... the creature track must leave a type of trail. Thus, it is virtually impossible to track flying or non-corporeal creatures. Blah, blah, blah. To track a creature, the character must find the trail. Indoors, the tracker must have seen the creature in the last 30 minutes and must begin tracking from a place last seen. Outdoors, the tracker must either have seen the creature, have eyewitness reports of recent movement. Yep, we saw them orcs just hightailed up the trail there, but yesterday. Or must have obvious evidence that the creature was there, such as well-used game trail. If the conditions are met, the proficiency roll is checked. Success means the trail has been found. Failure means no trail has been found. Yeah, it's tracking. I don't see anything that is too difficult about it.
Yeah, no. I was also checking survival.
Yeah.
Which seems decent. I want to check the other first because
note that both survival and tracking cost 2 slots.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm thinking like if there's other stuff that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Tracking might be aspirational for you. Like, you might want to eventually do tracking. Like, maybe you're newer on the job, you're only level 1.
I feel like tracking is more, especially if I'm supposed to be handling like deer or animals like that specifically. I feel like tracking is kind of must have.
Okay.
So it's more survival that because like I'm not necessarily like a wildlife survivor. I'm just like I work in the forest but live in a house.
Your base success rate of tracking will be 15%. That's the slightly rough part. Because you have 9 whiz and you roll at -6 without any other modifiers applied. Of course, your power is that you can make the roll at all.
Yeah.
That's the good part. And also, you can get familiar with the table 39 here, the tracking modifiers. If you can track in muddy or soft terrain with occasional signs of passage or dust, then immediately you have a +6 there and you roll you just gotta roll a 9 or lower.
Yeah. I think actually I might just go for tracking and survival, both of those two. Okay. I'm not seeing anything else that feels like really super logical.
Yeah, okay.
So survival, then I will have to choose a specific terrain then, right? So survival forest, I guess.
Yeah, forest makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, this provision must be applied to a specific environment. So
yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that then.
He understands the effect of weather and knows the proper steps to lessen the risk of exposure. He knows the methods to locate or gain drinkable water. He knows to find basic, not necessarily appetizing food. Food where none is better. This is great for single-player campaigns because when you play with a party, people are like, I have survival, I can feed a party. And it's like, no, you can feed you. But now the party is you, so it's great. That works really well.
Yeah. Alright, tracking and survival forest. So those will be my non-weapon skills.
Excellent. Okay, so what are your weapon proficiencies?
Yeah, let's see here.
One thing. I am incorporating one thing from the... So we're playing a modified version of 2nd edition, which is based on the rules of Koibu, right? The Great DM.
Yeah.
And one rule change that he made that I really like, that I think is really cool for weapons, is that bows, instead of costing 1 proficiency slot, cost 2, because they're broken. They have automatic 2 shots per round at level 1, that's really strong. But then crossbows are free. Everyone is proficient with a crossbow.
So wait, what do you mean by... Wait, didn't you say... bows cost 2 proficiency slots?
Yeah, normal bows, like short bows, long bows.
And crossbows free?
None. They're free with an F.
Oh, free.
Yeah,
that's what you meant. Okay.
Our Swedish accents are fucking for both of us here, but
okay, yeah, that makes sense.
they cost 0.
Yeah, I think that makes sense because bows, like, I mean, if you're being realistic, bows are a lot harder to learn than like if we're talking like war bows, you have to literally like grow up into an archer.
Yeah, and also crossbows are more expensive anyway, so that's like they're different. What makes them different is their cost, right?
Yeah.
And so if a lord wants to arm a unskilled militia, getting a crossbow for everyone with all the money of the lord makes a lot of sense. But if you want really skilled adventurer archers, then you want someone with a bow. Again, bows are also mechanically just 10 times better in 2nd edition D&D. Because they have the rate of fire is ridiculous.
Where is the list of weapons? I'm not finding it.
Chapter 6.
Oh, okay.
Page 94.
Okay.
Yeah.
94.
Yep.
There we are. Okay. So, speaking of bows, by the way, since I'm basically building like a budget ranger, I was thinking of going bow as one of my first weapons.
That's why I brought it up, because I had a feeling.
Yeah.
A common thing said about 2nd edition is that fighters are better rangers than rangers, except for tracking. that's it is a commonly said thing. Rangers are actually more like paladins than they are like the normal fantasy or ranger. They're like paladins who hate one kind of creature. That's like their whole thing.
Yeah. So do I have to pick one specific kind of bow, or do I just do bow in general?
There's different rules for this. Literally in the PHP, they describe different rules. I would separate short bow from long bow, but I wouldn't separate like composite bow from regular bow.
Okay. So we have. Yeah, okay, so it's either short bow or long bow, I guess, that you're proficient in. Yeah.
If you play longbow, you also get to choose if then you have the ability to use bow, flight, and sheath arrows. Whereas if you use short bow, you just have flight arrows.
Okay. So the flight arrows are 3 silver for 12, and sheath arrows are 3 for 6.
Yep.
Yeah. Why is there a star on the weight?
Because there's an explanation. Star. These items weigh little individually. 10 of these weigh 1 pound.
Ah, okay.
There we go.
Again, that's damage type, speed. Speed factor. What is speed factor?
Speed factor is what you add to your initiative roll. So you roll a d10 and you want to get as low as possible, right? But you add your speed factor. So if you attack with a short bow, you roll 1d10 plus 7, and that's your initiative. And you want to get as low as possible.
The damage is on the arrows, not on the bows.
Exactly.
Okay, and you said only longbows could use sheath arrows, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking longbow. I was thinking longbow.
Okay,
anyways, so let's go with that.
Yeah, so take a longbow. We have your missile weapon ranges are in the other table. So you're currently looking at what is table 44. The very next table is table 45, which is called missile weapon ranges. This has a lot of information about your missile weapons.
Yeah.
For example, ROF is rate of fire. It is attacks per turn. So as you can see on the longbow, it says 2 per 1, so that's 2 attacks per 1 turn. Or
yeah, we'll get into that when we get there.
It's just nice to have that noted down on your character sheet when you type in the weapon attack, right? Just type in ROF somewhere.
Alright, so as for I have 2 weapon proficiencies left. What do we got here? We got
I might recommend some kind of small weapon so that you can use something.
I was thinking that I would want a polearm for my own taste, but a polearm together with a longbow is not very practical in terms of carrying around.
Right.
So for realism, I'm thinking a smaller melee weapon.
Well, you can have two things, right? So maybe you can have like a dagger and a spear. That would be pretty normal.
I guess I could maybe do a spear,
but then you can't do specialization, which might be something you're interested in.
Well, what would that be like?
Right, so you're a fighter. You didn't get to do this last time because you played a wizard in the mini test. But as a fighter, you have access to specialization, which is described best in the PDF called Combat and Tactics that you have available. I've sent it to you.
Right, yeah, I have it up.
Yeah. So in Combat and Tactics, we learn. Let me just find where in the book it is. For some reason, I did not have it up. Good job, me. I'm so good at this.
What the fuck is an arquebus?
That's a gun.
Oh, a gun, okay.
That is why the arquebus is the only weapon that has the rule. If your DM says no, it's no.
I want an arquebus. Give me a gun.
No. The arquebus is like, you think like American Civil War, long pipe.
I googled it. I know what it is.
Let's go here to my tabletop folder, 2nd edition, option series, combat and tactics. There it is. Okay, so the way that fighters grow, and this I think is really cool compared to something like 5th edition, which we both have a lot of experience with, is that fighters really evolve in 2nd edition. Let's see here. Combat and Tactics is something that generally just has a lot of stuff for you.
What page are we on?
I'm looking for it.
Oh, you're still... I thought you found it.
No, I am looking for it. Let me just go back to the contents page. Unarmored combat, critical hit, siege warfare. That's way too far up. Okay, chapter 4, weapon specialization mastery, page 70.
Page 70.
Yes. 73 by flat pages, 70 in book pages.
Oh, what a buffoon.
Yeah, because of the, cover page and all that.
Yeah.
So, we want to go down a little bit. Let's see, where are the... so...
Weapon mastery?
If you go all the way down to page 73 instead, the one that just starts with a little list that says warrior, class... wizard, priest, rogue, psionicist, right? Below here, you have different levels of proficiency you can have in a weapon. So you have familiarity. All characters are automatically familiar with any weapon that is related to a weapon that they are proficient in. So you, for example, would be familiar with a short bow because you're proficient with a long bow, okay? And that sets up some rules there. Then you got proficiency, the basic level of competency. Proficiency allows you to make normal attack rolls with a weapon. If you don't have proficiency, you suffer from the non-proficient -2 penalty for warriors. If you're a wizard, the non-proficient penalty is -5, and so on. And then you have expertise, is something we're not going to play, because that is like shitty specialization for people who are not fighters. And also for multi-class fighters. And then we got specialization. By spending an extra proficiency slot on a weapon, a single-class fighter can become a specialist. A fighter may only specialize in one weapon at a time. If she wishes to change her specialization to a different weapon, she must spend 2 extra proficiency slots to become a specialist in the new weapon, and lose all benefits of specializing with the previous one. This book swaps back and forth from your gender, like every chapter.
It's assuming my gender.
Yeah. Anyway,
I mean, based on how the rules for women used to work, I'm surprised they even use.
This is one of the many reasons we play 2nd edition and not 1st edition.
Yeah.
Anyway, with a melee weapon, specializing with a melee weapon provides a character with 2 main benefits. First of all, he gains a +1 bonus to attack rolls and a +2 damage roll to damage rolls with that weapon. Secondly, he gains an extra attack per 2 rounds, so you end up attacking like 1 times, 2 times, 1 times, 2 times, and so on. Missile weapon. This category includes slings and thrown weapons. Generally, specialists gain an increased rate of fire with these weapons, and a +1 to bonus attack rolls. Bows. Characters specializing in a bow gain a +1 bonus to hit at any range. Normal range penalties still apply, of course, but the +1 is just universal. An increased rate of fire And a new range category, point blank. Point blank is any shot of 30 feet or less. At point blank range, the character gains a +2 to damage. In addition, bow specialists can automatically fire first as a very first action if they have their target covered. Covered means that you're already stringing your bow and you're covering them, like you're pointing a loaded bow at them, right?
Yeah.
This supersedes specialization rules found in the player's handbook. So this is specialization with a bow. You have +1 to hit at any range. You have point blank, where you have +2 damage if you're shooting from closer than 30 feet. If you're in melee range, normal melee range penalties still apply, as in if you use a bow and you're in melee range, I get the opportunity to attack you. That's the second edition way. But yeah, it's pretty good to have point blank range. It's basically like the executioner shot, right?
Yeah. By the way, when in the weapons table where it says damage S, M, and L, is that against the target of that size?
In the damage table. Let me see.
In the weapons table, it has a damage.
Yeah, it should be. It should be against. I'm pretty sure.
Because it's lower against the L than it is against the SM. So.
It's different. It's different on different weapons.
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah. I guess it is. Just for the most part.
Yes.
Lower.
Damage SM is against small and medium creatures. L is against large or bigger creatures.
Okay. Yeah. But.
Yeah, for example, like many swords are good against big creatures, whereas many like spears and bows are better against smaller creatures.
What was the speed factor again? What did that do?
Lower is better. You go faster initiative if you have lower.
Okay. It has to do with initiative. Okay.
Yeah, it has to do with initiative.
Okay.
For example, an arquebus is 15 speed factor, which means that the fastest you could possibly go is at a 16. And remember that the roll is normally 1d10 plus 3. That's standard basic. So, going at 16 is pretty slow.
Is there any benefit to a knife over a dagger except for the cost?
No, I think it's just a shittier dagger.
I see. By the way,
is it maybe the speed factor is better? No, it's the same speed factor.
No, it's the same. Yeah, I roll for my budget, right? For starting gear.
Yes, you end up rolling for your starting gear.
Yeah.
Budget. Do you want to do that first?
Yeah, it would be nice if I could actually do that.
Okay, let's find the roll for it. Starting gold. As a warrior, you roll 5d4 times 10 gold.
Okay. 5d4.
Yeah, so let me just bring up the thing so that it refreshes. Now you can roll.
Ooh.
That's a good
180. Damn, I'm a
very good roll.
I'm a rich forest guy.
You rolled a 3, a 3, a 4, a 4, and a 4.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe
that's
it's just,
a lot. Okay.
I mean, here's the thing, right? You maybe aren't rich. Maybe you're well equipped because you've inherited a lot of stuff. That might be a way to interpret it.
Yeah, maybe.
Or maybe you have a lot of people who like paying for your services. But then we got to figure out what your services are.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, wouldn't I be like if I'm some kind of like master of the year or whatever? Even if it's not that specifically, wouldn't I be like kind of publicly?
Oh yeah, you probably work for the Lord.
Yeah, publicly hired.
I gotta write up a Lord of Ryad. I haven't written him yet. Or her. I gotta roll for gender on this person. Who is the Lord of Ryad? Okay, he is a dude.
So I'm thinking I probably want to do specialize in longbow. I'm thinking I want to do that.
Yep.
So I use another proficiency slot for that.
Yes, you put in a third one for the longbow.
Yeah, right. Then I guess I only get one other weapon.
Yep. Then you only have one other weapon, so it's either that spear or that dagger or whatever else you want to do.
Yeah, I think in that case it feels like something like a dagger or a sword is the most logical. But
Short sword, dagger, both are fine.
Maybe like a tomahawk or something.
Ooh.
I was thinking about that. Because that feels very, very forest rangery. There was like a hand or throwing axe. What's that? 1d6, 1d4.
Yeah.
What is that? 6 speed, No wait, 4 speed fighter. What is that compared to like a sword? It's like a short. It's like a short sword. No, it's a bit lower. And yeah, I probably don't need like a throwing weapon since I'm a.
You're already have a bow.
Yeah, so probably something that's actually melee specialized.
Yeah. Something you can pull when the goblins get to melee range.
Yeah.
Because again, in melee range, as every shot you take with that bow, I opportunity attack.
Maybe since I was thinking about since I did get a big starting, but maybe I actually want to go with like a strong polearm type of weapon. It isn't the most logical to carry around a big polearm and a longbow, but
I mean, you could still have a dagger. You could just use it non-proficiently, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
You are a fighter, so you only have a -2 on non-proficient attack rolls.
Yeah.
It's not too punishing.
Yeah, so I'm thinking all pike. Is that an actual pike, like battlefield pike?
I have no idea.
Because it has D12 against large things.
That sounds like a fucking pike.
Yeah. But maybe let's go with like halberd. Halberd sounds nice. Let's do some big things. What else?
There is a different weapon list in Combat and Tactics that has a little bit more stuff, I think. If you want to look there.
Sure. Where is that? The page?
That would be in page. I don't have this book physically, which annoys me to no end. One day I will be complete and own this book. But that's why we have the table of contents, right?
Yeah.
Weapons and armor 116, and then master weapon list is in 128.
Wait, 106. Yeah, okay. And what was in 128?
The master weapon.
Master weapon. What is that? What is a master weapon?
Like, I think it's the master list of weapons.
Ah, okay.
But I'm not so sure actually, because when I look at it now, okay, yeah, it starts from 129. Okay, here 130. It starts 130. Yeah, because this also has the range of the weapons. That's the main thing. So, like, for example, pole arms. This list has how long they can stab.
Yeah. God damn it. What? I moved the window. Or I moved the tab to another window, and then it resets to the first thing.
Let's go.
Bup.
The amount I'm alt-tabbing during this is crazy, by the way. I'm alt-tabbing between actively 12 different windows, which are not even, like, bloat. Like, I'm using all of them. So dumb. I'm trying to think up a Session 1 quest right now. I'm trying to design that while you think, so... Don't worry about taking time. I need the time anyway.
Yeah. Imagine not having prepped anything when we decided yesterday to do this. Shaking my head.
How could I prep for a character that hasn't been made yet?
Shaking my head.
What if you're playing a wizard in fucking Kusol instead of a forest fighter in Raya? Like,
why are you so aggressively defending yourself when I am very obviously joking?
Because you deserve it. Okay? You deserve it. It's us DMs have a hard time. Okay, like players like, oh, I had to make a character today. 1 knife in
Dude,
back. The DM,
I'm
15
saying-
knives in back.
I'm saying shaking my head. Do you think I'm saying that unironically?
You deserve it anyway. Even the irony hurts. My poor
Let's
DM.
see here.
Okay. Employer. Da-ba-dum.
Right, reach. Yeah, reach thing.
Yes. Melee reach of 1 means melee. Melee reach of 2 means 10 foot, right?
Yeah. What is the knockdown dice?
Don't worry about that. We don't use that.
Okay.
That's one of those things from Combat and Tactics you can use, but we don't use it.
Let's see. What was my weight limit?
It's
It,
decent at 12 strength. It's not too bad.
yeah, base 45 encumbrance.
Yeah. At 45, you can basically carry, like, a leather armor and your weapons, and, like, you will be encumbered when you have your backpack on. Especially if you want a shield. I don't know if you want a shield.
No. How is dual wielding in 2E?
Right.
Is that like a?
Oh yeah, we need to roll for handedness.
Oh yeah, true actually. Oh yeah, right. That's an actual relevant thing.
Yes, roll me 1d10. And if you roll a 10, you get to pop off.
D10.
That is a 10!
That is a 10!
Okay, you are ambidextrous.
Oh
which
my
means
god.
that if you're dual wielding, both your hands have a -2 to attack.
That's pretty good, right?
That's pretty good, because otherwise the offhand would have a -4.
Okay, because then maybe I'm going some kind of dual wielder then. Because
Yeah.
I was thinking like a halberd would be cool, but I feel like it doesn't really.
Yeah,
fit
we can longbow
character.
and we can dual wield short swords. We can go to the most classic D&D ranger there is, or something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, you get an extra attack, but normally you would get a -2 with your main and a -4 with your off. I can try to find if there was any other rule. There might be like a size limitation on the weapons. Let me see. Combat. I still can't go over how half this book is just spells. Ooh, firing into melee rules. We're gonna have fun with those in this campaign, I think. We're gonna kill so many friendly NPCs with firing into melee rules.
Let's go. Okay, let's see here. What options do I have for one-handed weapons now?
Combat, non-lethal, touch spells, in combat, rate of fire, ability modifiers. Charging an opponent, retreat, movement in missile combat, punching and wrestling, overbearing, fleeing. Multiple attacks and initiative. Attacking with 2 weapons. A tricky fighting style available only to warriors and rogues is that of fighting with 2 weapons simultaneously. The character chooses not to use a shield in favor of another weapon, granting him a greater number of attacks, with a penalty to his attack rolls. Rangers are exempt from the attack roll penalties. Yeah, so Rangers are even better at this, but as an ambidextrous fighter, you're like the second best at this. When using a second weapon in his offhand, a character is limited to his weapon choice. In his weapon choice. His principal weapon, so the main hand one, can be whatever he chooses, provided it can be wielded with one hand. The second weapon must be smaller in size and weight than the character's main weapon, though a dagger can always be used as a second weapon even if the primary is also a dagger. A fighter can use a long sword and a short sword, or a long sword and a dagger, but he cannot use 2 long swords. Nor can a character use a shield unless it is kept strapped onto his back. When attacking, all characters but rangers suffer penalties with their attack roll. The attack roll made with the main weapon suffered a -2, and the attack made with the second weapon suffered a -4. The character's reaction adjustment based on his dexterity, see table 2, modifies this penalty. Your dexterity is mediocre, so that's a 0, doesn't matter. But basically, if you're really high dex, you can remove these penalties entirely.
Yeah.
The use of 2 weapons enables the character to make 1 additional attack each combat round, with the second weapon with the second weapon. The character gains only one additional attack each round, regardless of the number of attacks he normally be allowed. So even if you have 2 attacks, the offhand only gives you 1 extra. That's just like 5e.
Yeah.
Thus, a warrior able to make 3 2.
So even when I'm ambidextrous, I still have to use a smaller weapon in my offhand?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. That's a little bit of an issue then with the proficiency.
Yeah, although let's look at the familiarity rules again, right? Because if you have 2 related weapons... let's go back to page 70-ish.
Was it called specialization when you have like powered up a weapon?
Yes, exactly. Let's look at familiarity.
How do you know if a weapon is one-handed or has to be two-handed?
I think it says, does it not?
Not really.
Let me bring that up as well. I think it's probably in the weapon's description then, because after this weapon table, there's a long list of descriptions of every weapon.
Okay.
Let's see here. Familiarity. Here we go. A character familiarity is not as good as proficiency, but it beats not knowing anything about the weapon at all. Characters only suffer 1/2 the normal non-proficiency penalty. So you will be, if you take proficiency with like a short sword or a long sword, you will be familiar with all quote-unquote swords, so you would only have a -1 to those. In addition to the -2, which would mean like -3 to that one, and -2 with your main hand.
Yeah.
Plus whatever plus you have from whatever. Which I don't think is anything at level 1, but that goes up every level. Like your bonus to hit goes up every level, you know?
Yeah.
As a fighter, you get your FACO increases every level.
Yeah.
Although at level 1, it is a big fat 0. Yeah. So are we still interested in 2-weapon fighting, or are we not?
I think I still am. I feel like it just makes more sense in terms of just realism.
Yeah, you have less. You have less to hit, but you can attack basically at a 5-2 rate, which is ridiculous. Because you have special if you have, oh no, you can attack at a 2-1 rate, with both the bow and the swords, which is pretty powerful.
How is?
And once you hit level 3, you can then specialize. You can't only specialize one thing. Maybe you want to specialize with the sword rather than the bow then?
Maybe, but how the fuck is a bastard sword 1d12 as a one-handed? What the fuck?
Is it?
It says so.
Isn't bastard sword the sword that can be used as both? It's like a 1.5 sword and
it
has different damage for both.
I'm very confused. Is that 1d8 and 1d12 for one-handed and 2d4, 2d8 for two-handed?
Oh, that is for against large monsters.
Yeah, but still, like 1d12?
Yeah, against large creatures, which is not most things you'll be fighting.
I mean,
and those
fair.
creatures usually have a lot of HP. Swords are... The way the 2E thinks is that a sword and slashing weapons are good against big creatures, because you can slash a lot of surface area once you finally hit. So slashing weapons...
It's still 1d8 against the small ones.
Yeah, that's normal sword damage.
What the fuck? Why is a katana 1d10? What the fuck?
Well, we maybe don't use katanas in this setting, so that's fine.
Yeah, sure, but like, why?
That's for special settings. I don't know, because they were weebs. I guess.
I guess.
It's folded 1,000 times, David. It's folded 1,000 times. Okay, you know how much damage that does?
It does. It does. Bad smithing techniques is what makes folding
Oh, so
necessary.
katanas are two-handed.
Damage. No, it's one-handed and two-handed.
Oh, it's both?
One-handed against small medium is 1d10.
Damn, that's crazy. But
Yeah,
okay,
it's good.
we roll with it. We roll with it.
Yeah, no, let's not go katana.
Yeah.
Feels. Um. Yeah, I mean, a bastard sword feels extremely basic, but it's also like pretty good.
That is the sword in second edition D&D. A lot of people play
Yeah.
with the Bastard Sword. If we're making Fighter McGee, then we are playing Bastard Sword, you know?
Yeah.
And it can be wielded one-handed.
Yeah. Is there any like special rules about bastard swords? Bastards. I have a sword. I sword.
The main thing about them is like the switching between one and two-handed.
Yeah. I guess. Wait. Is there like a speed penalty to them? Something.
There can be something to that.
Yeah, it's like a little bit.
Bastard Swords are pretty slow.
Right. What is the benefit of speed? It's just initiative, right?
Yeah, it's initiative. But like, let's say that you're level 1, right? Which means that you have low hit points. Potentially 1 hit point. It is possible. And your opponent might have 1 hit point. Then speed is how you win the fight. Like...
Yeah. Because I'm kind of thinking, for the vibe, I'm kind of liking the idea of rapier and dagger.
Okay, that's cool. I like that too. That's a
It's not
faster fighting style.
It's not exactly a forest ranger kind of vibe, but it's a cool vibe.
A rapier can also, like, you can roleplay it as a bit of a machete, you know?
No, a rapier is extremely not for slashing.
Isn't it?
A rapier is
I'm
specifically for piercing.
I'm confusing it with the one that like is used in Arabia. Sorry.
Scimitar?
Yeah, scimitar.
Yeah.
I was confusing it with
No, rapier is stabby stab.
Yeah, rapier stabby stab. Yeah, rapier short sword. Cool. That's a little bit more of a noble look, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to be noble, but like that's a little bit classy, you know?
Yeah. A lot of things. What is a sword axe? What the fuck?
Dude, I have no idea. Read the description text. Is this from the Combat and Tactics?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. There's so much stuff in Combat and Tactics.
I don't know. It sounds silly that I'm not using it.
Right.
I think it's a 200 thing either way, because it's size large.
Yeah.
By the way, when they say smaller, do they mean it has to be a size smaller, or do they mean it has to be like lighter?
It has to be one size smaller than the main weapon. So if you have a big weapon that can be wielded one-handed, then you can have a bigger weapon that can be wielded one-handed in your offense.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, short sword is small actually.
Yeah, but it said that a dagger can always be used, even if the other weapon is also the same.
Yeah. Maybe, speaking of, maybe I'll go with a scimitar, actually, like, as the thing you were thinking about. Or something like that.
That could be used as a bit of a machete.
Yeah. Actually, is machete an actual thing?
Maybe.
Yes, it is. Where is it in the list? Parang or machete? The fuck? There's so much so much stuff. I don't know. What do I want? What do I want?
See, this is the fun thing about 2e character creation, where like it's so simple, but it's so like wide.
Yeah.
It has a lot of lateral choices.
What is the vibe I want here?
What is the vibe?
Falchion is 1d6 plus 1.
Falcon.
Falchion.
Is it a falchion? Is that really it?
Yeah, it's Falchion.
Huh, never knew. I always thought it was falcon.
Nope, Falchion.
I think it's tachyon, actually. Tachyon! I gotta hit it!
Tachyon Cutter. Iron Crown.
Let's go!
What the fuck is an S-Stock? It's
Second edition has
board.
entire books about further details on every kind of weapon they put in this fucking game. There's a lot of stuff. I like the fact that the pry bar is a weapon. It's just, what if I'm a crowbar main, dude?
Mm-hmm.
That's a cool campaign right there. And some of these are just bad, and that's fine, because some weapons suck in real life too.
I like how the longsword is just long.
Yeah.
It's just called long.
Yeah, because sword is written above it.
Yeah, I know. But it's not a sword long. It's a longsword.
Dude, the sledgehammer. Now that's a campaign waiting to happen.
Mm-hmm.
That's like a criminal campaign where like we torture people who sold drugs in our turf kind of shit. We bring out Big Mike with the sledgehammer.
Let's see, what kind of axes exist if I want to check other options besides swords?
Right.
There's battle. Is battle axe a one-handed thing?
Look it up. It's in the text, I'm sure.
Battle axe.
Isn't that like the little H after it means something? Yeah, if there's a little H, it says a little H after the weapon in the player's handbook. No, not player's handbook. I mean the combat tactics. That means these weapons require two hands to wield regardless of the roll size.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
That makes a lot of sense. So the claymore has an H. And
so what is that? What is the S and the 2 and
There's
the
a description for all of these things. S. All range penalties for hand-matched firearms are doubled, so medium-range shots have a -4 modifier, and long-range... Yeah, so that's for gun stuff.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, there's descriptions for all of this stuff.
It's a lot of stuff.
The whip is ineffective against opponents in any type of armor. You wear armor, whip does 0 damage. That's funny. It's just a rule specifically for the whip. Poor whip. It already only does 1d2 damage as well. That's crazy.
What does that? What does H mean?
H was two-handed.
Oh yeah, that was all it was. Right.
That's the main one.
I'm silly.
Yeah, the katana also has different rules for one-handed and two-handed. That's pretty cool. Because there are two kinds of katana. There's the long katana and the short katana. Those are different weapons.
Pretty sure those are called other things.
Yeah, I know them as one. But look, I don't know the real names. Do you think the nerds in the 80s in like fucking Chicago knew their real names? Okay.
Probably not. No.
Probably not. No. I know that the short one is made for fighting indoors in like real history.
Yeah. fuck. Nodachi is 1d20 against large things? What the fuck?
That's some kind of wicked weapon that I will not allow in my world.
Well, it's a giant katana, essentially.
Yeah, so the ninjas live on the other side of the planet, and we won't think about them, okay? Let's leave the ninjas and the samurai to their own campaign.
I'm just notifying the things.
Yep. It's because this book, The Combat and Tactics, released after the book called The Complete Handbook to Ninjas, which has like all the fucking Asian stuff. It's like a whole Asian expansion. So when they then made this one, they wanted to include that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, let's go for falchion. Let's go for that. I like the plus one.
Can you explain to me what a falchion is?
It's essentially it's a European type of one-handed single-edged blade.
Okay, so it's a slashing.
I mean, just Google it if you want to see how it looks like. It's kind of broad-bladed. It's basically a saber, very similar to a saber, or as to a scimitar. A saber can be.
I would think of that as like a bit similar to a pirate's cutlass, kind of.
Yeah, it's on that side.
Yeah.
Again, you can literally just Google it.
I have Googled it. I was looking at it. That when I looked at it, I said that looks like a pirate cutlass.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm going with a falchion, and then I'll have a dagger too.
A dagger falcon. Okay.
But no, I get no proficiency in dagger.
Right. Oh yeah. So you're not specializing in falcon instead of specializing in bow.
No, I think I want to keep specializing in bow.
Okay, cool. That's still the main thing we're doing.
Yeah.
Great. Well done.
Oh shit.
So because you have very mediocre stats, you have bonuses to hit in nothing. But you have a +1 to hit from specialization with bow at every range.
Yeah. How does can you I assume you can't like melee bow, right? Shoot in melee range.
So you can, but you get opportunity attacks.
Okay.
Every time you fire an arrow when you have an enemy in melee range with you, they stab you.
Yeah.
And they get like crazy bonuses for that stab as well. I think they stab at like +4 or something.
Yeah. Since I got like so high like budget, I'm thinking of if unless I wanna there's a bunch of other stuff, I might go for like a composite longbow.
That's cool. That's one.
I mean, what is the difference? Yeah, one speed speed. That's the difference, right?
Yeah. The other thing is that the composite bows are allowed to be fired from horseback. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
But you don't have a horse riding proficiency, so that's out of the question anyway.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I have my proficiencies now.
Yep.
At least.
Great.
We're done with that after 5 fucking years.
Yeah, but that also means we've done most of the characters. Now we're just doing equipment.
Yeah. Okay, so let's do. Let's see.
What kind of armor are you thinking of wearing to begin with?
Yeah, I'm want to check what kind of armor exists.
As the master of deer, you're a semi-important person in society, so I would be quite allowing with your choices here, I think.
Money and equipment. I'm on armor, banded mail, brigandine, bronze, a lot of things.
Yeah. I will help you simplify the price list because like we're not counting arms and everything.
Yeah, how does all of this shit work?
Yeah, so let's begin by just saying what kind of vibe are you looking for, and then I'll give you advice.
I mean, I would probably not have a ton of armor. Maybe like a chainmail if that's within budget, which.
Right, so
it is technically, but if I'm buying...
In the player's handbook, page 92 has a pretty simplified armor list.
Yeah, I'm on it. I'm on it right now.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, the composite... I might not get a composite bow then, because it's... If I want actual armor. Let's see, what's the normal longbow cost?
Yeah, you had like 180 gold.
Yeah. Long composite longbow is 100. Chainmail is 75. So I would have 5 gold left if I bought those two.
Yeah, so that's not good.
Yeah. Let's see. Normal longbow is. Normal longbow is 75 as well. It's not that much cheaper actually. So maybe. I guess depends on. Maybe not chainmail. Depends. What page was it again? Oh.
I love the man catcher. So we're gonna make a choice. Do you wanna do the recounted AC or do you wanna do like OG AC, the weird way?
We do whatever way you think is best.
Okay, let's do recounted. So at recounted AC, if you were to get like
what page was the armor list on again?
If you have leather or padded armor, you have 12 AC as a base. You can go to table 46 on page 99, has the AC values.
Yeah.
And you gotta recount them, so like you take the number there, and then you take 10 minus that to get the recounted value, and then plus 10. So a 6 is 14. You take 20 minus this number. And you get
I was thinking that you complicated it there.
20 minus this number is what you can have.
Yeah. Where did the fucking armor table go? With list of all armors. What page was that on again?
The prices?
Yeah, or the price. The prices.
The prices was on page 92 in the PHP.
Yeah, there it is. Okay.
So let's go full plate for 10,000 GP, right?
But actually, I just realized chainmail is also like pretty heavy.
Yes, it is.
Because I only have base 45, so yeah, probably some lighter armor in general.
That makes sense. I mean, you're a woodsman. Lighter armor fits your character.
Yeah. And equipment.
And you're a fighter. You can just roll high HP. It's fine.
Yeah. See, shield, leather or padded. Leather padded shields. Oh my god, that's a lot of.
So studded leather for 13 AC might be the most standard choice here. I imagine. If you wanted to push it to 14, you could go scale mail. Would also be pretty normal for 14 AC.
Yeah, it's a bit expensive. It's too expensive.
Yeah. What else is that level of AC? Let's see. Hide armor or brigandine are also 14.
Yeah.
Hide armor could make sense.
Hide armor is why is brigandine so much more expensive, but it's the same as hide armor in terms of.
Isn't hide armor heavier? No, it's not. It's lighter.
Yeah.
I think hide armor is just seen as low class. It's just ugly. Like, it's functional, but it's ugly.
I guess.
Yep. I think it also has there's some other modifiers that we're not gonna use that much, like this type of weapon against this material of armor has this modifier that I don't give that much fuck about, but I think hide has pretty bad ratings there.
I don't get it here though. Like this table, field plate armor plus shield, comma full plate 1.
So every comma is a new row. So leather or pattern armor plus shield is 7.
Oh, okay,
Studded leather is 7. Ring mail is 7.
Yeah, I get it. Okay, never mind. That makes sense.
Yeah. It took me a while to figure it out too. Basically, shield is just +1 to anything. So on every row, it says like the previous row plus shield. But you're not using shield, so we don't need to go into the very complicated shield rules.
Yeah.
Oh, very complicated. They just have a... Shield is just a little bit of upkeep, where like it counts for a certain number of hits per turn. You can't use it against an endless amount of attacks.
Okay.
That's basically what shields have. And the bigger the shield, the more of attacks they can cover per turn.
Alright. I think I might go for like studded leather in terms of, because like weight is also a factor.
Yep, for sure.
It's a bit lighter.
Yeah. Studded leather would give you to 13 AC.
Yeah. Let's say studded leather for now. So.
Was it Falcon Dagger or Falcon Short Sword?
Falcon Dagger.
Yeah.
20.
So, because you have low dex or like mediocre dex, your AC calculations are going to be pretty simple.
Let me just get all the stuff together.
Yeah.
Studded leather cost 20 GP. And then if I do... Falchion. How much does a falchion cost?
It should say in your list.
It doesn't. It's not in the. It's not in the PHP list.
Right.
Here I think 17 GP. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Sounds reasonable.
Yeah.
Good. As Master of Deer, do you hire anyone, or like do you make use of like kids to stand guard in places and stuff to keep eye on certain kinds of information, or do you work? Or are you more a loner?
I'm not sure. On that note, I'm not sure if I would be like the top dog, since I am only level 1.
Sure. Are you like an assistant to the Master of Deer?
I might be something more like that, like kind of like
Is it maybe
like
your parent?
I guess that could make sense if it's like if it's like maybe I'm like gonna take over and my father is the master currently.
Yeah, until you get whisked away on adventure.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But if I do.
By the way, with the tracking proficiency, I know that the roll's really bad. The roll will be required in like situations where it's difficult, very simple tracking, you will just succeed at. Just so you know. That's generally how the non-weapon proficiencies use function.
Gosh.
But if it's a complicated situation, or it's a stress situation, or there's a time stake, then there's definitely a roll involved.
All right. A dagger. Okay, let's see. That's my. No, I need a quiver and arrows still.
Right. Do you know what arrow you're getting?
Just gonna check the quiver first.
Assume sheath.
How many quivers, or how many arrows can you have in a quiver?
Let's say 24 to keep it dozenal. Because you buy the dozenal.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that will equal out to 2 pounds when it's full. Plus 1. Yeah, let's say 3 pounds. So like, let's have the quiver weigh like 0.6, and then the whole thing can be.
Quiver weighs 1. It says.
Yeah, but let's just even it out, right? Because they weigh a pound per 10.
So isn't it 20? Isn't it 20 usually in D&D? I'm pretty sure it's in 5e.
In 5e it is, but because you buy these per 6, if you look at the prices of the arrows, the price is per 6. So I think that putting it to 24 makes sense, and then we can just cut that into the weight of the quiver a bit, make the quiver a bit lighter, so that when it's full, it has 24 arrows in it. It weighs 3 pounds, and that simplifies the math the whole way going forward.
Yeah, sure.
God. I have named your father. It has happened. His name is Dylan. Your father's name is Dylan. I hope you can live with this.
Sure.
I need an actual physical dice up for like very simple, like what is the age of this NPC rolls and what is their gender?
I mean, since I have, let's just go with sheaf arrows, I guess. Since I have a little bit more budget.
Yeah.
So 3 silver per 6. So I'm getting 24, I guess. So that would be 15. No, not 15. 12. I mean, 12 silver. Wait, do you put ammo in a separate thing in the sheet, or is it just with the other equipment?
So the ammo you put in you see all those dots underneath your weapons?
Yeah.
Just clicking a dot for every arrow you have.
Oh, okay.
Easy enough. And because you only have one ammo type, I don't think it's a problem that there's only 20 dots. You can just do 4 in the lower row. Should be fine.
Yeah. Okay, so the arrows weigh 0.1, right? Each, right?
Yeah, exactly. 0.1. But let's not think about it too much. Like, let's handle that stuff loosely.
Yeah. I'm just gonna do there. So the quiver is 0.6. Just to that. Okay, that's my combat gear, I think. Yeah, let's see what's my weight right now. Not counting coins, my weight is currently 40. So I'm probably not gonna carry much more stuff than this. Because 45 is my base encumbrance.
Makes sense. But again, you're expected to be encumbered most of the time while traveling. It's just when you drop your bag, maybe you ought to be at most lightly encumbered.
Yeah, makes sense, I guess.
Like, encumbrance is not something to be, like, feared as much as it is in 5th.
By the way, sword.
You okay? Do you hear me?
Sorry. Other than sword proficiency, does that give familiarity with daggers, or is that a completely separate thing?
I would say so. Whatever. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. Technically, if I
okay.
was being an asshole, I would probably say that slashy and stabby are different, but I'm not that much of an asshole. You can have a -1 to dagger.
Okay.
Which means -3 in total. While dual wielding.
Let's see here. I would assume I have like I should have a backpack as part of my.
Yeah. You can get a backpack. Yeah. The backpack can probably hold like 40 pounds or something.
2 GP. So.
Yeah.
That's an expensive backpack.
Yep. I usually run my economy based on the Swedish currency, where a copper is a crown. In terms of vibes. That's sort of how I tend to think about stuff. So a backpack for 200 crowns, you know, if it's a good backpack that you're gonna have a while, that's not unthinkable. That's in fact pretty decent, I think.
Wait, is a gold 100 copper? Yeah, I guess it is.
Yeah. That's usually how I think about my economy.
Yeah. Okay, I guess I have just an empty backpack for now. Start, unless there's something else.
Sure, unless you want to fill it with stuff. You want
I don't know.
a lamp? Lamp. Or rope? You don't have all the 5e hand-holding of like buying a pack and getting all the basic shit you always want, so you gotta build it yourself.
Yeah, I know.
You have a lot of money, so you can build a lot of stuff. Also, what clothes are you wearing? What are your regular clothes that you wear underneath your stuff?
Right, clothes, that's true. You need
this is the point to characterize your character. How fancy are your clothes?
I mean,
we will use money to make fancy.
It's probably outdoorsy, so like not terribly fancy.
How much money do you want to spend on your clothes? If 50 gold is like a lower level noble, and 5 silver is like a träl.
Yeah. Träl would be thrall in English.
Yeah, but I said it in Swedish for the comedy purpose, idiot.
Yeah. It was very funny.
Fuck the audience. They're not watching anyway.
I'm laughing a lot at the comments, so it's very funny.
You're smiling very widely, so I'll take that.
Yeah.
I've been writing a basic plot this whole time, and I'm laughing at myself for the stuff I'm figuring out here.
I'm looking at like the options for clothes.
Yep.
What is like boots? Either optional riding or soft.
The clothes rules, we're gonna truncate them like whoop. We're gonna say you have 5 pounds of clothes, and then you're gonna spend an amount of money on them to indicate your class, okay? And that's like your class in society, and that's as far as we'll go, and you can flavor them as much as you want within that money amount, okay? We're gonna simplify this a hell of a lot.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
Again, how much money do you want to spend on your clothing?
Wait, what was the range you said?
Like, if 50 gold is like a lower noble, and 5 silver is a farmhand.
Yeah. Okay, I mean, I guess, like, if a backpack is 2 gold, then, like, probably... I mean, I need, like, I would need proper boots if I'm gonna
Yeah.
be a fourth person.
Yeah, you're probably looking at like a minimum of 10 gold.
Soft boots. I assume soft boots are just like normal boots.
Yeah.
It's like 1 gold.
Yeah.
So I'm maybe like in total it ends up with like a cloak would be good too. What a cloak? Good
Yeah.
cloth, fine fur.
Again, don't think about the specifics. Just give me a
Yeah,
number.
yeah. Maybe let's just say like let's say 6 gold maybe.
6 gold for your outfit. That seems great.
Yeah, that
is,
seems reasonable.
That is lower middle class ish. That's fine.
Yeah. I'm gonna. So £5 for clothes, then?
Yeah, clothes together, the stuff you wear that's not protective or mechanical, that is £5.
Yeah. In that case, my equipment on body, not counting backpack, is exactly my base encumbrance.
Well done. Fuck shields. We didn't need them anyway.
Then
that also includes stuff like belt, hood.
Yeah.
Flavor it to your profession, you know. That will include like a sword hilt.
Yeah. And I mean, for forest rangers clothes, something like that.
Yeah, great.
Actually, for foresters clothes. That's what I'm calling it. Okay. Now, let's see. Is there anything I want to fill my backpack with? Let's actually, I guess a water skin is needed.
That is very needed.
The wine skin. Was it a mess kit?
Yeah, you can pay 2 silver for a mess kit. Fuck it. I'm inventing it.
Let's see. Why it says wine skin? Is that the same as water skin, or would water skin be a different thing? I assume
it's probably the same.
Yeah.
You can reflavor it to a water skin if you so desire.
Yeah, let's take one water skin.
Speaking of that, I'm gonna go get some water. I'll be right back.
Sure. Let's get.
Okay.
You said 2 silver for a mess kit?
Yeah, 2 silver for a mess kit. That seems great.
And one pound, I assume? Or how much is it?
Probably like 0.5. It's like a knife, a fork, and a plate, right? And a cup.
I mean, the water skin is 1 pound, so let's say 1 pound.
Sure. Let's make it 1 pound. Fair enough. You want like a tinderbox? You don't have a fire making proficiency, but with a tinderbox, you can probably get it going most nights.
Yeah, probably could be good to have. Would that be flint and steel?
Sure.
I guess.
Sure.
That's what's listed.
That's what's listed. Or if you want to make up a tinderbox, that's fine too. We don't need to live by the list necessarily.
Let's call it flint and steel.
Cool. Again, bedroll for cowboy camping. I assume you're not going to carry around the whole tent, so...
Yeah, that makes sense. Let's see, 5 silvers. See, bedroll. That listed on the thing?
Maybe not. If not, it's £2 and 5 silver.
Sure.
I think those are the 5e prices, and they make sense.
Yeah, what do you say? Five silver?
Yeah, 5 silver, £2.
Yeah. Okay.
Kilogram for bedroll. Yeah, it seems about right for soul sec. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's about it.
Great.
I don't have any rations or anything on me right now, but that's something I could get in game.
You live in this town, right? So until you go on some kind of a journey, that's not necessary.
Yeah. What's the weight of coins?
I looked this up beforehand. It is £1 per 150 coins. So a bag of 50 coins is 0.3.
Or is it what? £1 per 50 coins?
150 coins or 150 coins.
Oh.
I was googling coin weight in historical measure earlier today to figure this out. Because one coin weighs about 7 grams historically.
Yeah. Okay, so if I'm wearing, let's see, I guess I would probably have not just gold coins. I have 29 GP left.
Yeah, so spread that out in different currencies.
Yeah.
As you think makes sense for your character.
Yeah, probably would have mostly silver coins, maybe.
Yeah, it is mostly a silver economy in the world. Most things are measured in silver. That is.
Yeah, maybe let's do 50 silvers.
Yeah, one bag of coins. If you have like a standardized bag of coins, is usually assumed to be 50 coins of whatever denomination is in there.
50 coins?
Yeah, to a bag.
Yeah, maybe not 50 silver coins then. Let's do 20. Let's do 20 silver.
Yep. Also, another thing to know is that in the world, it is difficult to exchange to higher value coins. It is easy to exchange to lower value coins. So if you need copper, you can always get copper. If you need gold for your silver, people might be a bit assholes about that.
Let's do that. Let's do 20 silver, 27 gold. Let's just do that.
Great. No. Yeah, so you have quite a bit of gold. That's like your personal treasure. And your silver is your spending money, you know?
Yeah.
And you can always exchange for more silver.
So I have 47 coins in total right now.
Great. Cool. That's about.
So that would be how much?
A third of a poundage.
Yeah, 0.3.
Yeah. Cool.
Some weight.
Put it in your bag.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay, so my total weight is 51.4.
Great. So you'll be lightly encumbered while traveling, and you'll be unencumbered while fighting. Just barely.
Yeah, it's just on the exact value that I'm fine weight-wise in combat.
Welcome to Excel Sheets and Dragons, my friend. The best game there is.
Yes.
Yes. Well then, we have a character. He or she just needs a name.
Yeah, I need to I need to add the weapons to the list.
Yeah.
So composite longbow, falchion, and dagger. Do I add the arrows as a separate thing?
No, I would just think of those as like your attack buttons, pretty much.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So what are my two hits here?
So your bow is going to be a +1 at normal range.
+1 to hit. Yeah.
Normal range, and at long range and medium range. Let's find that out. So it's -2 at medium range, so that's -1.
Wait. wait. Where do I add that?
You just type it in the text box as well as you can. Like you can type like +1/, -1/, and then the long range modifier.
So +1 is short range?
Yeah, that's short range. That is then between up until 40 yards. These are measured in yards, which is 3 feet.
My God.
Yeah, I know, right?
Fucking Americans.
Well, it's good for mental mass because we can just think 40 meters, because a yard is basically a meter. It's like 91 centimeters.
But they can't just change. They can't just change units when their units are not exchangeable.
It's great, isn't it? We love the 80s rules.
Yeah. Wait, 2 hit. +1 is close range. -1 is long range.
Yes, -1 is long range. Because that has
was that a medium?
Oh yeah, medium range is -2, so that becomes a -1 for you because you start at +1.
Yeah.
And
so what is long range then?
Long range is a -5 modifier, so you have a -4 to it.
Okay. Is this gonna even? No, this is not showing up. This is too long to show up properly.
And the ranges for composite longbow are 40 yards, 80 yards, and 170 yards.
40. What is it? 40.
80, 170.
80.
That is for sheath arrow, the 1d8 damage, which I assume you're using.
Yeah.
Great.
To dam. Is that my? Wait, what is to dam?
Damage is 1d8 because you're using.
No, it says two. It says 2 dam, and then it says damage.
Oh, that is your bonus to damage. That's just a 0. You don't have bonus damage. You have +2 at shorter than 30 feet. Like very, very close range because you're specialized. That was from your specialization thing. The
wait, my what?
So remember, from specialization, you earned a point blank range.
Say it again.
From specialization, you earned a point blank range of 30 feet, where you have +2 to damage.
Okay.
That's just a thing.
Wait, where the fuck do I write this down?
You can just put it in your notes otherwise, like in the open writing page part.
Where was it? Where did it say about that specialization?
That was on page like 70 something in Combat and Tactics. Yeah, it's like specialize. Yeah, page 74, bows. Combat and Tactics.
Bows. Okay, special in the bow, get a +1 to hit any range. Range to fly, of course. Which rate of fire and new range category point blank initial. At point blank range, the character +2 damage. In addition, 30 feet or less. Wait. Here it says feet, 30 feet.
Yes, that's what I said. All the normal ranges are in yards, but the point blank range is in feet.
Oh my fucking god.
Just, you can assume 40 yards is so long, that's 120 feet, right? We can recount these for you if you want. Your short range is 120 feet. Your medium range is... 3, it's just times 3, right?
Yeah. That's whatever.
120 feet is so long that in D&D, most of the time, it will be fine.
Okay, wait. To them, +2 PB, let's just do that.
Yeah,
point blank.
Otherwise 0.
Yeah. Damage. And damage is 1d8, right?
1d8.
Type, that's piercing.
Yep.
Speed, what was my speed?
Composite longbow has a speed of
7, right?
Yep, 7. Slow ass weapon. but it's fine.
Yeah. Sniper.
And also, you can fire first always if you just load it first and cover people.
Okay, now let's see, falchion and the other things.
You can also type your rate of fire wherever you feel like typing it is 2/1 with the longbow.
What?
Your rate of fire, like how fast you shoot, how many arrows per round, is 2/1. It's 2 arrows per 1 round.
Oh yeah, right.
You basically have extra attack to level 1, which is pretty strong.
Wait, two. I can do it twice per round.
Yep, that's what bows are so fucking good. Bows attack fast. At level 7, you get 3 per round.
Where the fuck do I write that down?
Wherever you want. I would recommend your notes, or maybe after the specialization on the where you write the longbow specialization in.
I just wrote that in the proficiencies.
Yeah, exactly. You can use that to write other things too. Find writing space on the character sheets. Make
the proficiencies is small. Gear notes.
And you thought Johannes had such an easy time making a fighter in the playtest. You were like, he is making a fighter. There's nothing complicated there. I had to make a wizard. All these spells. Now it ain't so easy, is it? Making weapon proficiencies and shit.
Yeah, no, it's a little bit complicated. Okay, wait, let's see.
Again, it is complicated, but compared to 5e, when you learn this stuff, it's so much faster. Because it's very simple on like the base structure. You just gotta make very wide choices.
So two attacks per round. I get that from specialization?
No, you just get that because you have a bow. From specialization, you get that it will increase at 7th level to 3 per round. And at 13th level to 4 per round, but let's be honest, we're never playing there. So.
Okay, 2 attacks per round.
Yep.
What did I get? Wasn't there anything that was like 1.5 attacks per round? What was that?
That's melee weapons. That's specializing in melee weapons.
Ah, okay.
So if you had specialized in the Falcon, that would be that.
Falchion.
I will not get this right, and you will have to give up.
It's Falchion.
I will not get this right, and you will have to give up.
My man have never played Fire Emblem.
True, I have not. Actually, no, I have. I have played Fire Emblem. I have played 2 fights in the first game. And then I stopped playing.
That's the one where the falchion is. Although that falchion is not a falchion. That's just like a normal like.
I got
farming sword.
I got a girl on a Pegasus in like the second fight, and she died, and I learned it was permadeath, and I quit the game.
Makes sense.
That was my Fire Emblem experience.
When you say the first game, do you actually mean like the NES game?
I think so, yeah.
The one with Marth?
I think so, yeah. It was old as shit. It looked old. It looked like Pokemon Red. So.
Okay. Anyway, okay. So longbow, +1 to hit, +2 damage, PB, damage 1d8. The range things type P, speed 7.
Yep.
Okay, now falchion.
Yep.
What are the stats for that?
So, it is.
Where do you see that? Where do you even see this?
So a lot of it is just based on your character. So you have +0 to hit because you're not specialized with it, and you don't have any ability to hit with your character. You have +0 to damage as well. So mostly we're just interested in the speed and. Well,
I have proficiency in falchion.
Yeah, that just means you don't have extra minuses to hit. You don't get extra to hit or damage from just being.
Oh yeah,
proficient.
okay.
Proficient just means you can use the weapon. It's fine.
Yeah. So it's 0 to hit. 0 to hit.
Yes, 0 to hit, 0 to damage.
And the damage was.
I'm looking it up.
I think it was a D8. No, I want D6 +1, right?
Oh, cool.
Or do 2d4 to the large. Oh yeah, wait, is it different for bows too? No, it's the same damage.
Cool.
Regardless of size. Okay. Damage.
One d6 plus 1 and 1d8 are pretty much the same average, right?
Maybe.
I think that math goes out.
Yes. 5 speed.
Is Falcon on the sword?
Yeah, it's a sword. It's on the sword.
Alright, there it is.
Also, passion.
Yeah. So it's a speed of 5. Slashing. And it does 1d6 damage, 1d8 to large.
No, it's 2d4 to large.
Oh yeah, I read it wrong. I read on the S stock. Never mind. 1d6 plus 1 and 2d4. That's a good weapon. That's a cool weapon.
Yeah. And range is just melee, I guess.
Yeah,
or...
exactly. Range is just melee. It's just a 1. And if you're dual wielding, you have a -2 to hit. And if you're not dual wielding, you have a 0 to hit.
Okay. Wait, even with my main hand?
Yeah, because normally it's -2 and -4, but because you're ambidextrous, you're -2 in both. This is what we went over several times.
Oh.
The main hand is not improved by
Yeah.
having 2 main hands. The main hand is just as bad as usual, but it's just that you now have 2 main hands.
Yeah. So dual wielding is I have so on both hands I have -2.
Exactly. Yeah. Which is much better than -2, -4.
Okay. And dagger is I'm not proficient with that, but I got
it's -1, -3, depending if you do wielding or not.
I got the familiar thing, right?
Yeah, so that makes it a -1 normally, and -3 when dual wielding.
Yeah, -1 and 2 damage is damage till 0 or
bonus to damage is 0 because you don't have any strength to get extra damage from.
Yeah.
Because that starts at like 16 strength, I think.
Yeah. And
then dagger was like 1d4, 1d3, it seems.
Yeah, I think so, right?
Yeah. And the speed is 2. If you're attacking with only the dagger. If you're attacking with the falchion and the dagger, you use the falchion speed.
Yeah. Dagger. Wait, what are the fast, average, slow? Okay, yeah. Okay.
Great.
Play it. 2 and dagger is dagger's piercing. The damage is 1d4, 1d3.
We're pretty much done, so we probably end up playing at least half a session today, which is pretty nice.
Yeah.
I definitely...
Attacks of opportunities. Should I fill something in there?
Right, attacks of opportunity, level 1. Let's see, how many attacks of opportunity does a fighter have? How did that? You have a certain number per round, is the thing. Like a maximum amount of them. And that's only because the reaction thing is not a thing in 2nd edition. You don't have reactions. So this works on its own system.
By the way, can you dump your backpack just like as part of rolling initiative?
Yeah, I think anything else is being a little bit too hardcore.
Okay, yeah. What's the speed, by the way?
Of what?
Movement speed.
Your speed is 12 because you're human.
12, okay.
And that becomes the same as 5e most of the time, because if you want to move and attack, that's a half move. So you move half your movement.
Yeah.
So instead of like having your movement normal and then dashing in 2e, you're always dashing unless you say otherwise, pretty much.
Do you find the attack of opportunity thing?
I am looking for the fable. These are all the things that the Excel sheet I'm working on aims to automate. And I have actually automated most of what we've done today. Just not enough that I want to use it.
But how did dual wielding work like otherwise? I got the -2, but what are like? Do I get double attacks or what is it?
Yeah, you have twice the number of attacks. Well, you get one extra attack per turn. So even if you go up to having like 2 attacks, then you have 3 instead, you know?
Yeah, and I assume that one extra attack is with the offhand.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I can't find the attack opportunities. Damn it. Let's use McTacky's fantastic 2nd edition wiki, shall we? 2nd edition D&D wiki attacks of opportunity. Doop-a-doop-a-doom. Come on, McTacky. Was it in there? I found this like very recently because I was looking it up for the goddamn Excel sheet. I think you have 3, but I will find the actual number.
What even is it?
It's like amount of attacks opportunity in 1 turn.
Yeah.
Doop-a-doop-a-doo.
Meanwhile, while doing that, I'm gonna roll for hotness. So
we're doing that before we're even using it.
No,
Okay,
I mean, so I can base my character appearance around it, right?
Roll me 3d6.
3d6.
Sure, roll for hotness. This is where we roll the 18, baby.
Yeah.
Roll for hotness. Be my guest.
See. 11. Okay, pretty above average.
You are half a point above average.
Well, no, it was 18, right? So
18 is max, but 3 is the minimum.
Yeah, true.
So the average is 10.5.
Yeah.
I think I will do the most degenerate thing ever. I will literally go into my Excel sheet and look in the fucking code in the background on the data sheet for it and see what I wrote in there when I found this before. That is absolutely the most degenerate way to find this information, but I will do it. Because
the attacks of opportunity?
Yeah.
Here
we go. AOCC. AOO. Number of attack opportunity. Oh, it is not by class. It is just flat. Extra hits per level. Okay, I want the base though.
Are attacks of opportunity only melee attacks, by the way?
Yes, they are melee attacks.
Yes.
I wrote so many things into this. Ooh, I can just see what lights up. Let's go.
My man cannot find it.
Nope, it is very difficult. I'm trying to decode my own code right now to figure out how I coded this in order to figure out where the number is. This is ridiculous. I'm so certain that it was 3221 or something like that for the different classes. AOO. Okay, let's do it real simple. Let's make a fighter. Fighter with 0 experience points has, according to my character sheet generator, where have I even written down attacks opportunity in my thing?
My god, dude, this is... Why is this so complicated?
It's not. It's just a number. I just need to find it somewhere. I don't know where. No, I do not know where to find it. That's the problem. That's the only problem. There it is. I think. No, it's not. That was encumbrance. There, free! I found it! I found it! You have 3 attacks opportunity per round.
Okay.
Yes. And you
3.
gain another one every... Because that I actually found really easily. Every level divisible by 5. You gain another one.
Okay. We'll remember that, maybe.
Maybe. We might remember that, eventually.
Okay, AC.
AC, so your base is 13, right?
Based on what?
You have studded leather armor?
No, well, that would be armor, right?
Right.
Base is with... What is base even? Is base 10?
Oh, base is 10. Yeah, base is 10.
Yeah. Armor is studded leather is what? Plus 1, plus 2?
Armor is plus 3 to get you to 13. Studded leather was plus 3.
Okay.
And then you have nothing from Dex.
Yeah. Yeah, so then total is 13.
Yeah. So for example, if you get attacked from behind, often the rule says, what's your AC without Dex, right? Because you don't get Dex if you can't see the attack coming. But if someone is rather just aiming to touch you, like your touch AC, that is your AC with Dex but minus armor. So in this case, it would be 10 for you, right? So that's how you use those different numbers. In some situations, armor counts, but not Dex. Sometimes Dex counts, but not armor. And sometimes both, and sometimes neither.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's everything except rolling for HP.
Oh, but that's the most fun part.
Yeah.
Roll me a D10, baby.
D10. Boom. Oh, I rolled 10!
We're tanky! That means I can have difficult level 1 encounters.
Oh no.
There is no winning the HP roll. It just makes the game harder.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I think that's everything for the gameplay stuff. Now I just need to think what my character looks like. And since my character is very average hotness, I said, let's see, so I'm gonna do a dude. I did age 23 or something. That sounds pretty solid.
So what I've established here is your father is the master of deer. He's the real master of deer of this area.
Yeah.
And his name is Dylan. He is 52 years old. He's quite old. He's old enough to have stat decreases from age. He works for Lord Bridges, who is the Baron of this area, which is the smallest kind of noble that you can be in this country. A rural Baron. Lord Bridges is 44. He is childless and heirless right now. So he's a little bit of a prickler because of this. Not having any heirs. Your father, because he's a bit older, has taken you in as his assistant, but you end up doing a lot of the work, even though you're pretty new at it. So he's doing a lot of paperwork, you're doing a lot of walking around work.
I got a 24, actually. 1 age up.
Great. Age up 1 age. Your job mainly consists of walking around and making sure that you have information about different animal stocks around the area. You know how many deer there are, you know how many pigs there are, you know how many moose there are, and also you tell people if there's, adult elves approaching. Because that's bad. Sometimes.
What about child elves?
That's also sometimes bad. But sometimes an opportunity, Those things can be kidnapped. Okay. That's great.
Okay, let's see. My character's name.
Also, you do a lot of anti-poaching. It's a big thing for you. And also just like generally like protecting workers is a thing for you. You also end up being deputied by the sheriff every now and then when they need an extra hand for law enforcement. It's definitely a part of your job. Let's change the music for the first time in 2 hours, shall we?
Sure. Let's do dark blonde hair, mid-length, and green eyes to fill in the things. Character name. What's a good character name? Do I have a last name, by the way?
You do not. You are not a noble.
Okay, yeah, I figured.
Yep. Lord Bridges is the main family here in town that has a last name. Riot is a pretty small place, so there aren't a lot of petty nobles here,
Yeah.
Really, there's just the Baron and his kin. And because he is childless, it is really just the Baron and his wife who have a last name.
I'm like blanking on names. What would be a good name?
I sat down yesterday and named 60 towns, so you can sit down today and name one guy. I believe in you.
Yeah.
If you want to fit into the naming schemes, this place uses a lot of like British names, but also a lot of Latin style names.
Yeah.
There's some Alejandros walking around and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Some Caesars.
I think let's go like William or something. William? Or Will.
William. Born William, called Will.
Yeah. Let's go like that. I think that sounds good.
Yeah. Well done. What kind of guy is William?
Yeah. I'm thinking alignment, I guess, general. I'm thinking something like lawful neutral or something.
You're not level 9, so we don't need to think too hard about it, but that's a good starting point.
Yeah. But I'm thinking general, like, probably takes some pride in his work, and it's like, wants to fulfill his role.
Yeah.
Or that type of thing. And also, as I said before, kind of doesn't like elves.
Great.
Has a kind of a boogeyman feeling about elves.
So what is your main motive? Because there's a million reasons to be racist against elves, right? Like, first of all, they're annoying. They're ugly. Like, they're not ugly. They're hot, but like in a socially ugly kind of way.
Yeah, I think in general it's just kind of just like, grown up with having, being instilled that elves are the enemy and we're the first line of defense, and I am like the first line of defense since I'm controlling the border.
Yeah. Do you extend your distaste to half-elves? Because there's quite a few of them in town.
Probably not like openly hostile, but behind like not really a fan of them exactly.
Right. Excellent.
It's kind of they're kind of they could be because they since they're half elves they could have some traitorous tendencies.
Yes, the split loyalty of the split blood.
Yeah, exactly.
True.
That kind of
even though
attitude.
Every half elf is definitely grown up, quote unquote human.
Yeah, but who knows? Maybe there's some biological elfness that makes them loyal to the elfness.
Yeah.
Who knows? Like, William hasn't really he hasn't befriended any half elves, so he's not really had deep philosophical conversations with any of them.
And what is your favorite part of your job?
Favorite part of the job? Probably would be just being out in the forest. Because besides the threat of elves, the forest is pretty nice.
Yeah.
And also as I said, he's kind of prideful about it. It feels like even though he's there's some fear involved, he is also he does feel a bit like a guardian, being a guardian of humanity, that type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're going to start off our little mini campaign as soon as we've taken our first little break of the day. So I'm just going to stop and start the recording so that this is its own video, and then the next thing is its own video. So I'll see everyone in part 2.